And the defund the police Democrats have turned our once great cities into cesspools of bloodshed and crime. There's never been anything like it. Here's my plan to restore law and order in our cities and throughout our country, frankly. First, because police forces have been gutted by Democrats' war on police, I will sign a record investment in hiring, retention, and training for police officers nationwide, so important. This bill will also increase vital liability protections for officers because the Democrats want to take those protections away from our police because we want them to do their jobs, and we want them to do their jobs right. You can't take their protections away if you're going to have them do their jobs properly. Second, to qualify for this new funding and all other Justice Department grants, I will insist that local jurisdictions return to proven common sense policing measures, such as stop and frisk. Very simple. You stop them and you frisk them. Strictly enforcing existing gun laws against convicted felons, cracking down on the open use of illegal drugs, and cooperating with ICE to get criminal aliens off our streets and get them out of our country. Third, we will go after the radical Marxist prosecutors who are abolishing cash bail, refusing to charge crimes, and surrendering our cities to violent criminals. They have surrendered like never before. I will direct the DOJ to open civil rights investigations into radical left prosecutors' offices, such as those in Chicago, LA, and San Francisco, to determine whether they have illegally engaged in race-based enforcement of the law. I will also work with Congress to give the victims of their Marxist policies the right to sue local officials for harm and suffering, and it has been great that they have caused. If your small business is pillaged because shoplifting goes unpunished, if you're brutally attacked by a violent felon released without bail or bond, then you will be entitled to massive damages. Fourth, I will order the Department of Justice, or some people call it the Department of Injustice right now, and Homeland Security dismantle every gang, street crew, and drug network in America. Every single one of them will be dismantled. We already know where these turf wars and drug dens are. We know who the people are. And we're going to charge them and charge the culprits with every crime that we can find.
Amen.
We're going to be fair, but we're going to be tough.
Black people, if you don't hear that siren, something is wrong with you. All this man, everything he mentioned is the dog whistle for black people and criminals. That's what they deem us as. Just stop and frisk. They stop and frisking white people. Yeah, they might get some here and there. That thing is aimed at black people. When he mentioned San Francisco, you know what he's talking about? Specifically, they have a looting problem there. And so he's going to go through this whole country, and he's going to get every last one of you in this thing y'all like to do, run out and laugh and think you did something. He is ordering the shoot down. The moment you run into a store in the numbers like that, all they got to do is make that phone call. These cops are itching to shoot your black behinds. I tell you, man, this is just amazing how blatant he is about this. Let's see. Okay, he all but mentioned cops' immunity. He's letting you know they are going to have their way out there. No more that audit guy that walks around, that audit police officers and all that stuff. It won't mean anything with total immunity. That officer can shoot that guy and say, I feared for my life. This stuff is martial law on black people.
So martial law without calling it martial law.
That's right. It's martial law. And yeah, you're going to have some straggling. Might get a couple straggling white people get on there and tell you that they got treated like that too, to make you seem like it's across the board. No, it is specifically aimed at you. Specifically. Nothing more, nothing less. What I got? Yeah, whenever they talk about crime, they're talking about us. See, that's why they don't care when this whole thing, this Constitution about the Second Amendment with this thing with guns. The reason they will never get rid of them is because they got some collateral damage going on, just like every other thing that they did to black people had collateral damage. And this thing has collateral damage. The collateral damage are these school shootings and different things like that. But they are not going to get rid of guns, because in the meantime, while that collateral damage is going on, black people are killing each other in record numbers. And in the meantime, the one that did the killing, he's the one that's filling the prisons. They already got us. That's why they didn't want to do anything about gun control. Because, you know, when the first big time gun legislation was done, Ronald Reagan, because of the Black Panthers. That's the first big time gun legislation. Black people had guns. So it was like, oh no, this ain't happening. So they put that out temporarily, and all of these same Republicans was all for gun control and then didn't even give a damn about that Second Amendment then. But they care about it now because you got guns. And now they got guns. They got the cops. Trump got the military. I don't even think y'all understand. Don't even think you understand.